KwaZulu-Natal, the education MEC, Kwazi Mshengu, is today monitoring the reopening of schools in Durban. 139 schools were vandalized in KwaZulu-Natal during the violent unrest this month. Our reporter Lethiwe Mdluli is on the ground and joins us now live for more from Umlazi. Lethiwe, give us a sense of what you have seen on the ground. 139 schools vandalized across KwaZulu-Natal. What have you seen today?
Well, today we actually started off in Phoenix with the education MEC earlier on this morning, where he visited various schools in that area. And the reason why they were focusing mainly on that area today is because of the unrest and the racial tensions that has grappled that part of the city because of what happened about 2 weeks ago in the province. We heard of stories where people were killed. Over 20 people were killed in that part of the city following the looting and the vandalism that took place in the province. There were also, like you said, 139 schools that were vandalized and looted during the unrest. I'm standing in one of those schools, Bavumile Primary School, which is in Umlazi, and right behind me you can actually see there are some cleanup operations that are actually taking place. The principal tells us that about 18 laptops were stolen when the people made their way inside. He also tells me that groceries that were made for the school nutrition program were looted during that time. As you can see, the few ladies that are here to clean up and also make sure that the school continues functioning. He tells me, the principal, that they were able to reopen, but of course there's been a setback. But the education department did say that they have been helping those schools who were vandalized and looted, and this is one of the schools. The school nutrition program is still continuing because they were able to repair some of the stuff that were taken. But while I was speaking to the MEC a bit earlier on in Phoenix, I wanted to know more about what the safety what the safety protocols mean for the children there and also the teachers, because that's a concern a lot of parents have actually raised because of the tension in that area. While speaking to the MEC, this is what he had to say.
We've put all the measures and we've been engaging with the SMT and the educators, and I will be talking to the learners just now, just to encourage them also to assist us in not allowing what we have seen in the past to divide them as students, as learners, because we have a strength to build on. They socialize together, they are friends, and they must not then allow what has happened in the past to tamper with that unity which we have been witnessing over the past period. But also we work with the police to ensure that there is a high visibility in and around Phoenix, Chatsworth, as well as North Hill in Pietermaritzburg, because those are the areas that were engulfed with some racial tensions and killings.
So all of these matters, Lethiwe, the racial tensions, the recent looting and violence, the COVID-19, the spread thereof, the vaccination program, etc., impact on the schooling environment, and some of the stakeholders, including teachers, have been speaking out on this. You spoke to the teacher union, SADTU. What did they have to say?
I spoke to the Secretary General for SADTU here in the province, and she says that their focus right now is on schools receiving a lot of teachers. She raised the issue of schools not having enough teachers during this time, which will have an impact on the teaching and learning, and also on COVID-19, because she says that there's a lot of learners in classes, but there's not a lot of teachers helping in those classrooms. She also raised the issue of learners receiving psychological help following the unrest in the province. She did say that they are concerned with the fact that schools have reopened, but there seems to be no plan in place for the learners there to receive psychological help, because this did take place in one of their communities, and some learners might have lost someone from the unrest. But I spoke to her, and this is what she had to say about that matter.
anxiety and there's fear. So what is important in that situation is to be able to deal exactly with the issue. And the issue here is these allegations of racism. They need to be dealt with, especially with learners, because remember, learners that you see in this school, they are coming from the community. They may come here with the anger that is out there. From different racial communities, there's anger. So what is important is for the provision of psychosocial support to these learners and the teachers that are working here, so that there's tolerance amongst them.
Nomarashia Kaluza there, the Provincial Secretary of SATU in KwaZulu-Natal. Lethiwe Mdluli, thank you for your reporting there.